Hey, what's up, everybody? It's me, your girl, Lady Lyrics, aka Donetta, and I am recording this video so I can let you guys know that I'm going to start a new YouTube channel called Tell It Like It Is, because that's what I'm going to do. There's going to be a lot of people that's not going to like this channel. Fine with me, I'm cool. No hard feelings for nobody, but I'm going to tell it like it is. This channel is dedicated to my women out there that feels like they can't move. They have to be in one spot to satisfy a man. So let's start with my first topic. Women. Do you know what a slave is? Do you know what it feels like being a slave? If you do, this video is for you. Let me tell you why. If you are a woman taking care of home and your kids, making sure your man don't have to want for nothing while he works and provides for your family, and you still sitting at home and he's dancing circles around you and you feel like you can't make a move without him, honey, you a slave. When you're washing dishes, washing his clothes, making beds, and catering to this man, you're a slave. But let me tell you, there's a good way of putting it. You're only a slave when he's making you do it. But if you're doing it because you want to do it because you love your man, more props to you, boo, because I do the same thing. My man has a cooked meal. His bed is made. His clothes are folded. If he needs me to run his bath water, he got it. You know what I'm saying? I cater to my man, but at the same time, he takes care of me. He makes sure my bills is paid. He makes sure I got new clothes, new shoes. He makes sure the kids got what they need. So, honey, what I do for my man is not just what I do out of love, but it's my gift to him to show my appreciation of how much I love him. So let me get this slave thing together. I don't want to throw nobody off. But when I say slave, I mean when a man makes you do something. Go get me something to drink. Go tell this, go do that. No, we're grown-ups. We're not kids, okay? But there's some women that are not as strong as I am. There's some women that are so used to being beat up or tore down that they think when a man is showing them love is through abuse. No, it's not love. Because you're afraid of losing him because the only man you've ever known. You want to sit in a relationship and then cry out to the world that you're hurt, that you're in pain, but you're sitting in that same spot not doing nothing about it. How can we help you if you don't want to be helped? How can we help you if you can't help yourself? Yes, I've been broken up with before. I've left a few relationships. But the fact of the matter is, somebody's got to make that move. You can't sit down and keep crying out to everybody when you're not helping yourself. Okay? I'm not bashing you. I'm just telling you women out there, we are stronger than a man think we are. They think if they put a ring on it. They think if you're engaged. They think if they got kids by you, they own you. Honey, let me tell you what. With kids, a woman runs this, okay? I don't care if your man has thousands of millions of dollars and his kids walk around in Jordans every day. Let me tell you what, women. We run this. For the simple fact is this. Every time I've turned around, I've ran into people that had a man that had all this money, nice cars and houses, and did for their kids. But guess what? When all that money is gone and they can't do nothing else that they want to do and spend their money on, they come running right back to us. And we will be there to pick them up when they fall. But you know me, as a strong woman as I am, and the values that I've grown up on, is if your girl broke, you better make that money back again. Because I spend money based on my budget, and I spend money based on what we need in our home, or, for going out to dinner, taking the kids out to amusement parks, stuff like that. I'm sorry, amusement park. But I do not pass money to my man. Vice versa, I will admit he does give me money. But I just don't like to ask, He's always like, well, if you need something, just ask me, blah, blah. So I just keep my mouth shut and he just slide on to me. But women, what I'm trying to say is, look, I don't want to get off subject. Don't feel like you have to be with a man because of any of the reasons that I mentioned before. A woman can raise children by herself. My mama was, she was in a relationship when I was younger with my father, and they broke up. She was single for a while, but she raised me into a strong black woman. I've seen my mom go through things that she don't even think I probably know. I don't talk about it. I'm not going to talk about it. But I will say this, it made me strong. It made me realize that if a man loves you, he's not going to hurt you. He's not going to hurt you. And if he does hurt you, it's killing you softly to maybe to change the person that you are. If you're a horrible woman, a man's gonna treat you horrible. If you're a loving woman, they're gonna treat you with love and respect. But if you're always sitting back with your mouth closed, getting dogged by a man because you're afraid of losing him, baby girl, let me tell you, you're not going to succeed in your relationship. And another thing, women, myself, stop telling everybody your problems. Now, me personally, I don't really tell everybody my problems, but I do get on Facebook and be venting to certain stuff. But I'm just talking about these women that want to get on there and talk about, well, my man ain't got no job. He get this and he get that. He sells dope. And don't put the flame on the fire. The flame is already started. You know what I'm saying? But you're putting more and more to the flame. You don't want to build that flame up, because then it becomes a feud and it makes you look like you're getting on their level. Let me tell you. A real man's not going to brag about what he has. A real man is not going to go around and tell his friends about his sexual experiences with his woman. A real man's going to keep his shit to himself. He don't want to share his woman. But you got these men out here that ain't afraid to walk around and talk about how big his girl booty is to his friends, or how they have good times in bed. You know what I'm saying? A real adult, on top of that, is not going to go around and splurge your relationship outside of your home. They're not going to do that. Because what does that do? It opens doors for people's minds to want to imagine what they can do to you or for you. Don't set yourself up for failure, women. Don't tell people what you and your man do, please. I've heard this so many times before, where a woman will sit around and tell me, girl, he's this long, and girl, he's this. Look, let me tell it like it is. Nobody cares about you and your man, honey. If you have to go around and tell people how pretty you are just because you know you Nicki Minaj kind of type of chick, that's your self-esteem, because you're feeling threatened by another female. Don't feel threatened by another female, because nobody in this world is going to be like you. You know what I'm saying? You're going to be you regardless. You're going to look like you regardless. Nobody looks like somebody. You know what I'm saying? We might have some lookalikes in the world and stuff, because I know I got two, but still, what I'm trying to say is this. Don't downgrade yourself just because you're trying to please somebody. Don't feel like you have to, just push everything out in the opening for people to know because you trying to get back at somebody else. You know what I'm saying? I feel like this. I'm the type of female, you know what I'm saying? My fiance called me a probation officer because I make sure his behind stay out of trouble. I make sure, he's straight. How can I have a relationship with you if you locked behind bars? You know what I'm saying? So I'm always his probation officer. He tell all his friends, oh, here comes a probation officer. You damn right. Because I'm not losing my man to no system because he want to be out here into something that's not his business. I'm still learning as an adult how to control myself, my temper, and how to surround myself around people that's like me. But let me tell you like it is. Men, all women are not hoes. Because you've dated a hoe or because you've been in a rough relationship just like us women have been does not make everybody a hoe. A thought or whatever this word y'all came up with. I don't even use half that stuff because it doesn't even make sense to me. A thought is something that you thinking of, like when somebody called me a thought the first time, I said, well, thank you for having me on your mind. And they weren't even talking about that. So I don't even care about those words. But anyways, I just want you men out there to know this. There are good women out there. You allow yourself to go jumping from woman to woman, woman to woman, woman to woman. And you know what? Every time you've jumped from woman to woman, woman to woman, you came back and that same woman you was mistreating is right there in your corner. I was one of them. I was one of them girls that held it down and stayed in one spot while my man was out ripping and running, doing whatever he wanted to do. Now, this is the past now, not the present. We ain't having that. But I just want you to know, there is real women out there. So, women, there's real men out there. I've been talking long enough. Y'all got more of me coming up because I'm going to tell it like it is. Holla at your girl, Lady Lyrics.